The transmission began with a whisper, a trembling alien voice, carried across the void on encrypted frequencies. Do not attack the humans. Listen to me. If you value your stars, your ships, your children, do not provoke them. Your empire will burn. The message was intercepted by dozens of civilizations. Many dismissed it as fear-mongering, others as political propaganda. But a few recognized something deeper, something ancient, something true. Because behind the warning was not panic, it was resignation, a last attempt to stop an extinction-level mistake. What if an alien empire, large, proud, and undefeated for millennia, prepared to wage war on Earth? What if humanity, dismissed as a minor frontier species, suddenly became the focus of interstellar fear? And what if one alien defector, an eyewitness, sent a final, desperate warning across the galaxy? This is the story of what happens when an empire ignores the truth and decides to test humanity. The warning came from Commander Vratul of the Threxian Dominion, a military strategist known for conquering four-star systems without losing a single ship. But after a reconnaissance mission to the Sol system, everything changed. His fleet didn't return. Only he did. Traumatized, silent, barely alive. His first words to the High Regent were simple: "We must never fight the humans." But the Dominion didn't believe him. After all, humans were primitive, recently uplifted, barely beginning to explore their stellar neighborhood. Nothing about them suggested danger. Yet Vratul insisted. They are not what they appear to be. To understand his warning, we must understand what he saw. This is where the story shifts. Because the threat wasn't humanity's numbers. It wasn't their ships. It wasn't even their weapons. It was something else. Human adaptability. Biologically, psychologically, militarily, humans evolved as persistence predators, cooperative strategists, rapid innovators, emotional reactors, fear-resistant fighters. In nature, on Earth, humans outlasted apex predators simply by refusing to stop. But in space, adaptability becomes exponential. Commander Vratul watched as humans reverse-engineered Dominion tech in days, not years, converted asteroid mining rigs into warships, improved their shield tech simply by examining Threxian wreckage, reorganized their fleets in real time during battle. Humans didn't just defend. They learned faster than any species he had ever seen. To him, that was the true horror. Not their weapons, but their evolution. History on Earth mirrors this pattern. Humanity survived ice ages, supervolcanoes, mass extinctions, global wars, yet continued advancing. Civilizations collapsed. Empires crumbled. But humans always rebuilt. Resilience became part of their DNA. Psychologists call it maladaptive persistence, the ability to continue despite overwhelming odds, often beyond logical limits. But in war, it becomes an advantage. Even on Earth, enemy commanders underestimated this trait. In ancient times, humans fought until total exhaustion. In world wars, industrial output doubled under pressure. During crises, humans innovated at impossible speed. Now imagine that same species, with access to quantum drives, orbital manufacturing, AI-assisted strategy, deep space logistics. The Threxian Dominion didn't realize it, but they had discovered history's ultimate pattern. Humanity becomes strongest when threatened. When Commander Vratul's fleet entered the Sol system, it wasn't a hostile attack. It was a test, a show of force, a demonstration, a warning. But humans responded in a way no model had predicted. They laughed, not because they were reckless, not because they were fearless, but because they had already prepared. They had been studying the Dominion for years, quietly intercepting signals, decoding languages, mapping fleet movements. And they had built something new, the Aegis Line, a network of defensive platforms hidden in the asteroid belt. When the Threxian ships approached, humans activated the grid. Vratul's fleet vanished in minutes. Not burned, not obliterated, not consumed, neutralized. Methodically, strategically, without emotion. Humans didn't enjoy the destruction. They treated it like a puzzle, one to be solved quickly and efficiently. Vratul survived because one human commander chose to spare him, to send a message. Go home. Tell them. Do not force us to become what we used to be. The meaning was unclear, until Vratul reached Dominion space and realized the humans weren't warning of future power. They were warning of forgotten power, ancient power. Humanity, he believed, had fought great wars long before joining the stars. Wars so devastating, so catastrophic, that humans had sworn never to unleash such technology again. Unless provoked, despite the evidence, the Dominion refused to listen. They interpreted humanity's warning as weakness. So they mobilized their fleets. 2,000 warships, 300 dreadnoughts, 5 entire legions. The largest mobilization in Dominion history. Their objective: subdue Earth before they evolve further. But evolution had already happened, and humanity was already waiting to. Here's what happened next. 1. The Dominion fleet jumped into Sol. Instantly, they were met with abnormal sensor distortion. Human jamming. Not electronic. Not magnetic. Not digital. Quantum noise. A technology thought impossible. 2. Human warships decloaked. But these were not conventional ships. Their hulls shifted like liquid metal. Their energy signatures were unreadable. Their movements defied inertia. Dominion scientists called them impossible constructs. 3. Human tactical AI entered the field. Unlike typical artificial intelligence, humans had developed predictive combat algorithms. The moment a Dominion ship locked weapons, the AI had already plotted its next 10 moves. 4. The battle ended in 7 minutes. Not because humans wanted destruction, but because they fought with surgical precision. Their weapons disabled. Their EMP fields disarmed vessels without killing crews. Their drones captured dreadnoughts intact. Humanity didn't annihilate the Dominion fleet. They dismantled it, piece by piece, like mechanics working on machines. After the battle, humans transmitted one message, broadcast in every known language. We do not seek war, but we will finish any war brought to our home. Leave us in peace. It wasn't a threat. It wasn't rage. It was a statement of capability and restraint. The galaxy suddenly understood why Commander Vrahul had warned them. Humanity didn't want to conquer. They wanted to prevent the need to conquer. Their power wasn't aggression. It was control. Calculated. Measured. Fearsome. This story raises a deeper question. What does it mean when the weakest species becomes the most feared? Not because of brutality, but because of efficiency? Not because of rage, but because of discipline? History shows that power does not always corrupt. Sometimes, power humbles. The humans never wanted to rule the galaxy. They only wanted to survive. And survival made them something the galaxy had never seen before. A species that fights with intelligence, not instinct. With restraint, not recklessness. With purpose, not pride. So we must ask, if this is what humanity can do when threatened, what happens when they finally decide to expand? Would the galaxy welcome them, or beg them to stay home? That is a question for another story.